So I have started the recording.
Thank you.
Can see my screen?
Yep.
Yes.
So we were still like, actually array list is finished, but there are some common methods that you will find those methods everywhere. So those methods still like we have to cover up. So you can see this is array list class, and when you go there and in the show view, when I add it outline, you can see some of the methods are there. So we have seen add method, we have seen, and index position add method is there, and add all method is there. So similarly, like retain all, remove all, we have add all method. So this is one thing I will discuss it first today. Then second thing is like we have this for each method. You can see here for each method. Actually, we have a loop as well for each, but there is a for each method explicitly they have given to use it. And there are multiple ways to use for each method. That is still like a long topic for each method. So I will go through one by one, and there are different levels. One by one, I will take you to the next level. Okay. So let's discuss first about add with the index position and add all. Okay. So we have some of the demos. Let me show you. Let me find the things, then I can show you the demo. We close this. You can see here we have array list demo, and we have array list demo 666. So I think these are enough for my demo part. The first method is add and add all. So add is like one is index based addition and one is add all. So consider that we have this example where we were adding some values. You can see here. So we have normal add method, and one method is add with index position. So you can see here I'm adding at the last. Sequentially, if you see here line number 41, I'm adding at the last, but I'm setting that position should be 0. So index position, what I said is 0. So based on that, what it will do, it will pick up the position and it will add that number or the value over there. So let me show you first without adding that this is my thing. And if I'm printing, I'm getting the output like this. Let me comment other things. You can see here. So normally without indexing this addition, the order will be followed. Whatever the order you have entered, in the same order, it will keep on printing like that. Let me right click, run as Java application. You can see here the output fan table and the order which I have entered, in the same order the value is coming. So last was 100, but you see here I am setting one value as null. Okay, and I'm set the index position as 0. So if you go there, add method. So there is a add method which is like overloaded method. It says that one is just add the value, and second is add at the particular index. So you can see add is an overloaded method in Java. So I'm taking this one 0th position and I'm adding null. So there was no null. So I try to add null. That is also okay. And let me add one more value. After 0, I will add on the 5th index. It means 6th position. Index is 5 means 6th position. And I'm setting that value should be like hello. Now I'm going to run this. And you just check whether hello is added on the 6th position or not. So you can see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 starting, it means 5 index what I have passed, that is correct. And if I start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hello is added at the 6th position. So that is one way of adding. So this was one thing. And second is like add all method. You can see here add all. So we have to know add all. So add all is saying that collections things you can add. Okay. So we have two. One is like index based add all and one is normal add all. So it's same like add all. If you want to see one example should be okay. So we will just go with this example. It is saying that you can add the collections things. So collections things means you can create one array list and then you can pass here directly and then you can add. So let me take that example. We have this array list. I'm taking this. Just creating a new list. Okay. And in the first list, whatever the list I am having, that list one, I will add the second list over here. So list one dot add all. So you can see here, I'm passing the collections and then I'm trying to show you the demo. So collections things, it is in the list one, what you want to add, list three. So let me copy this and you pass this collection name over here. You can see here, recording is on, right? Yeah, recording is on. You can see here, I am just creating another list. I'm passing the first list, the second list into the first list. So list one is the first list, then add all method, and then I'm passing list three. So what it will do, it will start adding from the last position. Whatever the output of the first will be there, and after that it will add from the last position. So let me remove the index base, must just comment it out. And so that you can understand, it will start from this one. So 100, after that you can see test one, test two, something like that. And I have kept deliberately a null value as well. So whether null is also added with the add all or not. So it's allowed. Now after adding, if I want to print, I can show you the print output. That this is the output what I'm going to get. So let's run this and see the output. You can see here earlier my list was supposed to be like this, but after add all, my new list is like this. So you can see here in which order what I have provided, in the same order it has been added. Okay, and it has duplicates as well, it has null as well. So every example we have covered up. So that is one thing. Now we have index based addition. Means one addition is normal addition and one addition is index based addition. So I will go with the index based addition. So we have a add all, but we will go with the index all. So this one example, and let me comment this one. Instead of this, I will set that no, I want to add a particular index. So let me set from the 0th position I want to set. So I will set a 0 position. You can see here. So what I did, I am using add all and with the index position. So 0 is there and I'm passing the list 3. So what it will do, first it will add the list 3 contents from the 0th position and then after it will start adding this one. So this is the thing. Okay. Whatever it is there, means it's first created and then since it is added from the 0th position, so everything will be shifted one by one. So that wise, like sometimes it is saying that insertion and deletion. is required lot of shifting in array list because it's a dynamic grow and shrink, right? So that is why this is the disadvantage part. Once you try adding, it will keep on shifting. Once you try deleting, it keep on shifting. So shifting operations, like it's a bit complex operation. Suppose that you have 10 data, then it's easy, but you have a millions of data, then it's very time consuming for any kind of group. So let me run this and show you. You can see here test1, test2 is coming from the beginning. And then after this list is printed. So it is mutable. You can see here I'm changing in list1 and list1 is changed. Understand? So this is one thing. So let me go again here array list and you can see here we have covered almost everything. That's very important things we have already covered. Contains method we have covered, clear method covered, clone method we have not done. Clone is something different, so forget about that. Equals method we have already covered. Iterator also covered, list iterator covered, remove covered, object covered, remove all covered, replace all covered, retain, no, not replace all covered, replace all we have not covered, retain all covered. Okay. Set covered, size covered, sort we have not covered because this is required the comparator. So comparator we have not covered, so just ignore that. Two array covered. Fine. Now coming to this part. Further, we have a for each method. So if you go here in array list, we will see here one is for each method. So basically you see a for each method. It's a method, but it's required a consumer kind of thing. So this is like next level, advanced level, but I will just start with the basic things. Okay. So if you want to see that where it is in Java, basically where it is added and when it is added, you can see it is override. It means it is not the native method of this class. It is coming from somewhere. So you go to the parent class of this. So abstract list is there. So go there. Oh, sorry, it is coming from list interface. So this is also parent. So I'm going there. You can see here for each method is coming, but basically for each method is not present here. It is coming from the collections. So you go there, not collection actually. I will show you one more thing. Let me traverse to the parent. So in the collection also I cannot see them, right? But you go to the iterable, then you will see. So iterable is the super parent of collections framework. And there you will see the for each method is there. So for each method is the default method. So I told you in the interface in Java 8, we have added a default keyword to add the default method. So what will happen if you added something here in the default method in the any interface? So it is available for all the child classes. So if I open this Java for SDET, I'm going to the collections thing. So iterable is there. You can see here iterable is the super parent. So if they have added for each method here, it means it is available for all these subsequent classes and interfaces. Everywhere it is present, you can use anywhere. So whether you are using list or using queue or using set, everywhere it is present. So no worries. So that's the purpose of showing here that where it is present and where it is coming from. So in the iterable interface, they have added for each method in Java. You can go there and see 1.8. So this is something new thing in Java 1.8. And after adding this, since it is a default keyword is added, it means it's an interface and this method is present everywhere. Everywhere it means like all the subsequent collections, classes and interfaces. Now how to use it, we will see. You see here, this is the syntax and syntax things is like some advanced level. For that, you have to learn the anonymous class writing concepts. Then you will understand this concept. Otherwise, it is something next to next level. So just ignore as of now. Go there, array list in Java demo and start using from the basic things. So normally, if we are printing like this, we were getting the output. Now there is a way of printing using for each method, because for each method is similar kind of loop, but it's not a loop, right? It's a method. So what do you have to do? You have to learn the syntax that how to use for each method. So you see here, where you can see here, this example, line number 66. I'm talking about line number 66. So you have a collection. Let me comment this part because this is not needed. One by one, I will show you. So what I am doing here, list line number 49. I'm having this list. Then I put a dot. And since for each method is present in array list, so for each method is accessible. And the way of writing for each method is a bit new for you. So just be focused here. What I'm doing here, I'm taking list one by one. And to understand this concept, you have to first understand this concept where it is. So if you understand this, this is very easy. This is for each loop. To understand this for each method, first try to understand this for each loop. Since you already know what is the syntax of for each loop in Java. What we have to do, we have to keep the list name over here. Collection should be at the right side. The data type is string. Okay, so this data type we have keeping here. And this is something local variable. So local variable means this is a collection one by one. It will keep on pointing everything. So first time it will point fan, then next time table, then next time Java. Like this, it will keep on pointing. So if you know this concept and what you are doing here, you were just taking this local variable and you are just printing it here. You can see a system.out.print and then you are just printing here. So if I run this program without for each method, you already know what is the output it will give you. It will just print one by one. And same thing I will try to achieve using for each method. You can see here, it is giving me the output like this. Okay. So let me comment this part. Unwanted things I already covered, and then again I'm executing this. You can see here I'm getting the output from here, this printing. Second, first printing is coming. Oh, this is the printing. Right click, run as Java application. You can see here now it is only printing one time, and this what it is printing here. It is printing the same value which I have given like this. So this is something via advanced for loop, but I am not using for loop. I will use for each method. Okay. So there is a way of printing via for each method, and now I will show you the demo using for each method. So just be focused, line number 49. Just try to understand. If you understand this line number 53, 54, and 55. So this was just a loop, but this is now not a loop. This is the method. So how to write a method? The collection name dot for each method, and then method start with parenthesis. You already know, right? And inside the method, you will write the code. Means whatever the code you have, all the code will be written here. And to point one by one, we have created a local variable. It can be A, B, C, X, Y, Z, anything you can take. Like here I take ls. Okay. So same thing you can take ls, abc, pqr, your name also you can take. So this is something local variable I have created, and this will keep on pointing this collections thing. This is the name of the collection, and the way of writing is changed. So earlier we were putting it the right side. Here we are putting at the first position. Then for each, then the local variable, like local variable I was using here, this is using here. So after that, single dash and greater than symbol with here. This is called a lambda pattern in Java. It means basically for each method, and in that if you want to use lambda. So to separate that means I'm just passing an argument, but I want to continue the writing, right? Because earlier in Java, if you retain the method, what you were doing, you were just keeping the parenthesis and curly bracket start and then curly bracket close kind of things you were putting like that. But here I'm just putting in a single line of thing. So if it is a single line of thing, you can just start writing like this. Just hyphen greater than symbol. It is a continuation of the same line. And then system.out.print. This is the same method I'm using here. And same way I'm printing here. So nothing else change. Everything is same. Here you can put curly bracket if you want, if you have multiple statements, like more than one statement. So this is allowed. This is for your understanding, I'm saying. It's not allowed or what? Not taking. Let me check the syntax maybe. This is one thing, and second thing is like if it is a single argument, you can ignore the parenthesis over here. If it is like 1, 2, some methods having 2 arguments, 3 arguments. So you in that case, you can put a parenthesis over here like this. You can see it. And if I run this program, so output via this and output via this will be same. You can see. So this is just a way of writing the same thing in minimum line of code. So lambda patterns minimizes your line of code. So that's why it is very popular, because your coding is like lesser line. So you can see just one line I have written and the same thing I am doing. Earlier I was using for each loop, but here I'm using for each method. So here one interview question occurred, that what is the difference between for each loop and for each method. So you can tell these things, that for each loop is like some loop, but for each method is not a loop, it's just a method. And normally via lambda pattern or without lambda pattern, we can just go for printing. Okay. So one is lambda pattern printing, and second way I will show you that is more interesting without lambda pattern. So if it is a lambda pattern and if it is just a one line statement, so you can just write like this. Only one argument, so you can ignore this parenthesis from here and it can be written like this. The same output I'm getting. Let me check with the lambda pattern, because the curly bracket is there. I just forgot where to put, or I think some semicolon needed. Java lambda expression example. Yeah, it was having like this semicolon. That's why it was not given. So you can put here semicolon, curly bracket and semicolon. That's why it was. So if it is a multiple line of a statement, so you can write like this. Again, compilation error is coming. Let me check why this is coming. This is one semicolon is there. Now it is gone. Yeah. You can see here just a way of some syntax was missing, so that's why. If it is a multiple line of a statement, so you can put in curly brackets. Suppose that you want to print one more line or two line, three line, anything. Okay, you want to print like S plus S concatenation. So anything you can do, it's up to you, right? So it's not a single line, it's basically multiple. If it is a single line, you can remove this curly bracket. So that is optional part. Means if you write like this, then it is also okay. You can see here. So there are some rules which you have to learn. Well, since it is a new topic, so you have to practice it well. Then you will learn the syntax and all such things, and then you can start adding. So output will be same. So basically it's a loop. This is a for loop, and this is just a method. So this method is coming from the iterable interface, and it's a default method. So this is just one level. Now I'm taking you to the next level. This is without lambda pattern and Java 8 supported. Okay. And let's see the example between this and this, the difference is that what. All the output will be same. There is nothing change. Just a way of writing is change. You can see a line number 52. What I am trying to do, it is same list is there. For each method is same. And instead of lambda pattern, I remove this lambda pattern. And then I'm just, so there are some restrictions. You cannot manipulate the things. You cannot have multiple lines here in this if you want to write like this. So this is called Java 8 pattern. It was supported in Java 8. So it is saying that instead of system.out.println or print whatever you want, you have to write like that system.out, and then two columns you have to put. Instead of print dot print, you can use double colon or print or println, anything to you. So output will be same, but since I'm using println, so it will just break the line. Now you see the output. So this is just keep breaking the line, but the output is same. Whatever you were printing here, it was printed here. And whatever you printed here, it printed here. And whatever you printed, it printed. So everywhere it's a same. So it's just a way of writing, and it is called Java 8 pattern. So where you have to use method reference. So yeah, what is called, it is a class reference, then method. Okay, system.out and then column. It means system.out is something there which is having supporting reference println. So you can write like this, and this will give you the output. So just a way of writing. If anyone has any doubt in all three cases, just try to understand which one is easier, and then you can use it in your way. But here the problem is that if you want to use println, you cannot modify anything. As earlier I was using print, so I was just putting s, then a space and all such things. So here it is not supported. You can check out. Then it will just, without a spacing, it will print it. Okay. Can see. So that the demerit of this way of writing. So you cannot have multiple things. You cannot have multiple lines. It's just a one-liner thing. So you have to just keep on printing from start to end. Then you can use like this. Anyone has any doubt regarding for each method? So I've just gone through the basic level. Basic level means just cover the basic level. Then I will take you to the next level. If you have understood up to this. Understood?
Yeah, Rajiv, I think some of the part I understood, but I think once we'll implement, then it will be more clear.
Correct. So this part you were already doing in the past, right? These two things are new for you. One B is called lambda expression, lambda pattern or lambda expression. As you can call it expression. So lambda expression always have this single dash and greater than symbol. So this will always, wherever you will see like this, you just try to understand this is Java lambda expression. So lambda expression, what it does, it just minimize your line of code, nothing else. Just way of writing is like just code minimization. The advantage is that. And this is like supporting multiple lines, but this is just a method reference and it will not support multiple lines. So if you have just print one line of a statement, so you can use it like this. So there are some differences which you have to know, and then it can support multiple lines. That's okay, but it cannot support multiple lines, right? So just a way of writing. Okay. Any other doubts anyone has? If this level is covered, then we can move to the next level. These examples we have already seen in the past. Iterator, list iterator, and this and that. Everything is there. Now, next level is for each method with Java stream. Okay. Java stream API. So in Java 8, they have added a stream API. So stream API is something like which is a long topic, but we will not go into depth because it's also mostly for developers. But some features we will see that how to use a stream API. If we want, we can convert our collections to a stream and then we can implement those changes, right? So I think we have some examples. I will show you. So we have this one. You can see a stream. So let me go to this. So what we have to do, first we have to create a collection, a normal process. Let me copy this. So we have sufficient thing. Now let me comment everything which is not needed for now. And one, I will show you. This is not needed so much. Microsoft is so many times. Apple is so many times. Apple so many times. Microsoft so many times. Apple. 2 times Microsoft is there. 2 times. 1 time Apple is there. Java table 2 times. It's okay. Let me first print normal way. Okay. You see the output, what I'm getting, and then I will take you to the next level. You can see here I'm getting the output like this. This is the value what I have inserted by default. Now we will not go with this concept. We have already seen the basic one. We have also seen this one. We have also seen this one. Now we have to see a stream concept, Java stream. So what you have to do in Java streams, first you have to convert it into a stream. And the rule for streaming is that once you print it, second time you will try to print, it will not print. Because a stream is something covered, start from the end, and then your pointer will be pointing to the end. So either one time a stream can be used, second time if you use the same collections thing streaming, so it won't work. So it normally works one time. Okay, what I know. But let's try one by one example. I will show you. So let me comment one part and then I can show you. So what do you have to do? You have to use the same collection and then put a dot. Okay. So collection name, whatever you have, list one. Then just put a dot. In array list, whether there is any string you can see, it's not there, right? So it means it is coming from some parent concepts. So let's explore from where it is coming. So it is coming from the collection, and collection is having a stream default method. You can see here. So basically stream is a default method. So it means if you are asked that where it is a stream is defined. So you can tell that iterable has collection as a child, and here the stream is defined. So if we have defined here as a default, it means it is available for all the collections classes. Okay. Just a sec. Someone is knocking. You can see here, hello, I'm back. So since it is present in the collection, and then like when you have this, what do you call array list thing. So how it is connected, you can see here, collection is the parent of list and list is the parent of array list. So whatever it is present here in collection, that is already available for array list. So in this way, even it is not directly visible here in the array list class, but it is coming from somewhere, and so that it is allowed you for uses. So now you come here. First, you convert your collections to the string. So rule says that convert your collection to the string. Once you convert your collection to the string, so then you can use the for each method. Okay. And once you use the for each method with the string, it means second time if you want to print, then it won't be allowed to print. Normally, a string is just one time activity. Same like iterator, you navigate it to the last, then again you start printing, it won't be printing. So let me run this and you just see the rest of the things are same. So it's very easy for you to understand. And this one way is like just Java Lambda pattern you are using. You can see here, I'm getting the output. So without streaming, if you were using it multiple times also you were getting the output. But if I use this second time, I think it won't be printing what I understand. I'm expecting that it should print only one time, and if same thing is happening, then our concept is correct. So this was the earlier output, 1 or 2 times it was printing, and now see here how many times it is printing because I have added one more time. So it is printing. It is working here. What I was like having confusion that if I'm converting to a stream and if you navigate that we one printed, then second time it won't be printing, but it's printing. So should be okay. So let me comment this part. This is just for testing. So we have already tested this concept. Now there is another method which is called for each ordered. So if you go there, this method and you see the definition of this for each method. It is saying that performs an actions for each element on the system and in the encounter order of a stream if the stream is the defined encounter. What is basically it means? This operation process elements at one time. In encounter order is this action one element like that. We have to explore internet. Basically, this is the same way. That's what you are doing here. It will do the same thing. But the stream API is having additional things which I will show you. Like if I have time, then I can show you that if you in future, if you are really interested for a stream API, then those topics you can go and explore. You can see here, I'm getting the output first, second, and third, the same output I'm getting. You can see here. So this is via Java Lambda pattern, and this is a normal way of printing. Java 8 pattern. You can see it. So this is also printing the output like this. So one is for each method and one is for each ordered method. Basically, if I want to explore, I will go and check on internet what is for each ordered method. For each versus for each ordered in Java Stream API. I understand this. First one is not guaranteed since order is not kept. For each ordered will process the element of the stream in the order specified by the source. Okay, it is saying that first time when you will print the ordered is not preserved, and second time when you will use, then the ordered will be preserved for each ordered. So just a way of printing, but a small program you won't find any kind of thing, but your long program maybe it can impact. So since it is a very small program, it is just working as the same thing, like okay. So this is conversion of a string, but there are other things. Suppose that I have a table and I want to print the unique. Okay, consider that this is the examples, and you just want to print the unique things. Then via Stream API it is possible, and I will show you that example. And via that example, I will take you to the next level of the Stream API. So using distinct is a what you call filter over there in Stream API, which supports this feature. Java Stream print distinct values. Okay. So basically, distinct is a method in Java Stream API. And how to use it? First, convert your collections to the stream, then apply distinct, and then just print. Then it will print the non-duplicate things. You can see here. So how to use it? List dot string and then distinct, and then you can use the for each. Okay. And then using for each, you can just go for printing. You can see here. Some examples you will see, then you can. So there are some operations in the what you call Stream API. This is called terminal things. It's last. So what it is trying to do, it is like using via collect as a method. It returns something list of web element, list of elements. So it is saying that list of a string it is just returning. So this is just a way, but this is something next level. If you are more interested, then you can go. So I will just show you that using distinct, if you want to print unique one, so you can print that. So let me show you that part. Earlier we were having this value. Let me comment this part. This is not needed. This is also not needed. This is also not needed for demo. See, if I'm printing this way, it was just printing the duplicates as well. So first I will show you without using the distinct, and then you can just. So you can see here, Java is 2 times coming, fan is 2 times coming, like some elements are duplicate. So this time I will use in this way. And we have first up to here. Then we will use streams API dot distinct. You can see here. Then dot for each. For each. Okay. And then the same thing. Next. I will just copy and paste. Here you can break it into multiple lines like this. So this is also allowed here. You can write like this. Somewhere you will see people are writing like this. So no worries, you can also break it into multiple lines. Because if you start writing in one line, it will be so long, maybe. So if you run this program, you see this the output, you will get unique one. You can see the output. It is just printing the unique element. And sometimes we have filter like start with particular character or particular string. You can filter. There are different filters, so you can apply those filters. So one thing you need to learn the format of Stream API. API in Java. Something I will show you so that at least basic idea you will get that how this is integrated. So Java stream operations. So one is for each just iteration kind of things. So map also you can like use map. So map is something mapping. It's not Java 8 map kind of things. One is collect method. So lastly, you can use collect methods. So this is called terminal operations. Terminal operations is last operations it is done. So in collect operations, you can use collectors and you can convert whatever you want, like map or list you can convert. So it will just give you whatever the output it will stored over here. Like this is a array list kind of things. So via stream, you can create new array list. So this is one thing. This is one filter. Filtered like there are some say that not equal to null, salary is equal to greater than something. So these kind of filters you can apply based on the. So someone asked me this question in the interview. I remember it was something related to Java Stream API. I understand. Find first. So find first is like the first element will be find here. So there are some filter operations you can use. Two arrays just to convert to the two array. Important things I will just highlight and you can later on go through that because the stream API is something very long. Mostly developers are using and it is introducing Java 8. One is sorted. Comparison based stream operations. Sorted. You can find minimum and maximum. Okay. You can use distinct. You can use all match, any match, none match. This kind of concepts are there. So you have to just explore them. I'm just highlighting the things which are present in the stream. One is if you want to like print the sum and all such things, so you can use it like this. You can see here sum, average. So it's possible here. You can apply these things and you can get some average kind of. It's not necessary that you should know stream API. At least some concepts you should be having of the stream API. So if you are having like this concept, so it will be really helpful for you. And if you are like more into Java programming side, then people are like widely using it. If you are not into Java programming side, so at least basic knowledge you should be having that there is an stream API added in Java 8, which support this kind of things. Let's come back to the normal thing. So I just wanted to show you a couple of examples. Distinct we have already seen. And Equals we have already seen. Come back, come back, come back. Now coming back to the main programs. Okay. We have one more level of for each, which is called consumer. So first you have to understand what is a consumer. So you go there in the consumer, it's an interface and it has an accept method. And basically it is called functional interface. So functional interface is the Java, what's like added in 1.8, which is normally used in anonymous class in Java. Okay, I'm just starting this topic, but I think that it will take time. So just for introduction, I'll tell you. So basically consumer is what? So consumer is an interface in Java and it is called functional interface. So functional interface in Java concept says that it will have only one method. Okay, and that method you can use for what you call anonymous class kind of concept. You can see here it has only one method accept and this is default method. So you can just ignore the default method. You focus on this normal method. So it is only having one abstract method and this method code has to be written during runtime. So wherever you want to implement it. So I will show you the implementation and then I will show you that how to use the consumer based things. Okay. And this is something new next to next level. So first you have to understand that how to implement the functional interface in your Java program. Okay. So first you find any functional interface and you are also allowed to write your own functional interface. There is no problem. So what you have to use annotation. This is called annotation in Java and these annotations you can put. So once you put this annotation, so this interface will become the particular kind of functional interface. So functional interface definition says that any interface which is having one abstract method and that purpose of designing functional interfaces, use it during runtime in your code. It will not be a parent of any kind of thing and it is just a concept given and then you have to implement. So you see here anywhere I have not used this concept. So for you, like since it's a depth classing going on, like normally in the batches I am not going to teach this, but since it's personal batch, so I will like to introduce this one. Consumer. Example of consumer. We have here or not? Example. Consumer interface in Java. You can see here now I have this example. How to use it. So you already know this has an accept method and the code has to be written during runtime. So let's see how we are using it. This is the way they have used, but I will not use like this. I will just go different example to show you. I'm looking for a good example which you can easily grab, right? Just let me find a good example for you, which is easily understandable. But this things is next to next level. I don't want to go with the directly next to next level. Interface via using anonymous I can take this example, then I can show you. But you just make up your mind. It's a bit complex to understand because it is something new next level for you to understand. But I'll try to make you explain. If I'm not able to make it today, then I will take it tomorrow. So let's go there. Just I'm taking the syntax. So it is saying that you take this any collections part and then you take, say that I want to use print method, right? So print for like that. So first I will convert it into the string. So this is for each method. So what I will do, I will take this example tomorrow. That would be better because the time is already up. So this is something next level and it will take like a long time to understand. So I will find some better example and then I will just try to explain you. That would be better. Okay. So let's stop it for today. It's already 12 o'clock. Yes. So anyone has any doubt?
No, Raj.
No, Raju, thank you.
So you just go through the recording and it will really help you. And this is something next level of Java. So I'm trying to raise your level. So if you really understand for each methods, so it will be really helpful for you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank
Okay. Thank you, Rajiv.
Thank you.
Thank you.